Hello, 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 and welcome to the Journey with Janey podcast. We are still season 4 of new beginnings and all the top tips that you need to help you step into yourself. And that's what we're talking about today in episode 8. So, we've been listening to me babble on for the past few weeks, and I'm using today as almost like a reflection of what we've talked about over the last couple of weeks and realizing how much has shifted internally for me. And I'm hoping as you've been listening and you've been doing bits and pieces of what I've been talking about, that you've noticed some growth in your confidence, your energy, and your self-trust. I can actually feel the shift in myself. And I'm hoping you guys who are listening and taking action on what I'm talking about have noticed the shift as well. Now, this kind of all accumulated from, we go way back to April the 1st when I went off on my trip to Mallorca and the joy of writing again. Something clicked when I was in the sea, and I had a friend send me uh, something about the power of water. I haven't got my phone with me. I don't do that. Don't have my phone at the desk when I'm recording. We have to remember we're 80% water. I am drawn to the water in whatever shape or form, be it even if it's raining outside. I do, especially in the summer. If it's raining, I do like to go and stand and get the rain on my face. So water is all about immersion and being and feeling that rhythm I feel the draw to water, be that as a sea swim, a lake swim, even the pool. I just love water. I do. I drink a lot of water as well. We have to remember to drink a lot of water to replenish ourselves. Water is one of the best conductors. So if we are energy, then we need to be our true makeup of water. The sea gives us the rhythm of the waving the tide, the waves. Sea goes out, the sea comes in, the rhythm of the waves, and it's almost like it's taking us back to ourselves. So that sea swim on holiday, where all of the I can only call them downloads because that's the word I like to use. All of this light bulb moment came through, and I did write, and the book that I was writing is now complete. So I am now moving on to, I'm looking at my desk here and my flip chart, and I'm starting Waves of Grief, which will be launched later this year. So I will talk about that as we move forward. So all I'm saying is my growth happened quietly, but without me realizing and reflecting on it, life would just continue. So think today, what growth have you had since, I'm going to say the 1st of April, so we've got a 6 week window. That's, just as we're starting into this season. So what growth has happened quietly for you in that period? I had that beautiful, beautiful speaking event that I did with St. Oswald's Hospice, and that was a confidence shifter. The fact that I could stand there in front of a room, no notes, and just talk from the heart. There's also networking. I go networking so people get to know, like, and trust me as the person I am running Journey with Janey. Networking, I've seen a huge shift in that space of time with the people who I've planted seeds with over the 2 and a bit years probably that I've been going networking, seeing some familiar faces, people who I've had conversations with who are now showing more interest, sharing more of my content on social media. And that all comes from the energy that I'm putting out when I'm talking to them. And especially that networking event where I did the talking, did the keynote speech. That showed the confidence that I now have in myself. I did mention the Met Gala image that I did on ChatGPT, or I don't know whether you guys actually saw it. Um, that was, I could so easily and probably in the past would not have posted it, but that linked into self-image, being proud of the person that is how Janey feels on the inside. The beautiful, beautiful podcast that was released yesterday as part of the book collaboration. Now, when I watched this back, I did actually go, who is that? Not from a um oh my God point of view, but oh crumbs. I recorded that back in February. Look at me now compared to that recording when I did that. Not the words, just the image of me. And I looked and I went, ah, well done, Jane. Look how far you've come since February. So these things that I'm talking about all reflect the internal growth, the journey that I've been on. I haven't forced anything, and I haven't been trying to prove anything to anybody. It's all happened through just connecting back to myself. And I hope you guys are finding that. I'm no longer trying to become who others expect me to be. I am becoming, excuse me, more of myself. And yeah, it's just little tweaks. Smile, laugh, take time out for yourself. I say it all the time. Sit in stillness, no phone, no telly, no distractions. Sit and just, even if it's 5 minutes, and build up to a longer period of time. Find your tribe. We were having these conversations yesterday. I was lucky enough to go to Lumley Castle, which is not, well, it's an hour's drive from here, for a beautiful ladies' networking afternoon tea. 60 people, 60 ladies in a room, and the energy of the room was absolutely amazing. Some great conversations, familiar faces as always, but some new connections made. And just feeling the power of women themselves, and women stepping out and being who they truly are. Like I've said, none of this expectations of what they should be, but being their true, authentic self. And it was really, really empowering to listen to some of the stories that the panelists were talking about. Two of the ladies were actually on my table, and we're having some brilliant conversations about the jobs that they did, the businesses that they ran. And then they got up onto this panel, and I was like, oh my God, you've been through all of this and what we've talked about on the table. You are now doing this. So that was just, we need more of us to step up and be the people that we need to be. I think for me, the biggest thing has been I am happy to be seen now as the person that I am. Happy Smiley Janey is back. And I say that with love. I've been through the mixer, if you want to call it that. That's how I would put it anyway. And I'm ready to be visible so that I can shine my light and help people move through what I've moved through in the past 4 years. It's not a race. It's not a marathon. It is a marathon. Wrong words. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Oh, my words aren't coming out right today. Apologies, guys. It's not, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Nothing slots into place without inner work. If you aren't right on the inside, whatever you're trying to do on the outside, probably, I'm not saying it doesn't work. It's so much easier if you feel good about yourself. It certainly helps. Your thoughts, we have to remember that every thought we have during the day, and I think we have, I think 60 to 80,000 thoughts a day. All of those thoughts, it's like I've said numerous times, thoughts become things. So if you're accumulating negative thoughts, I often talk about, and I maybe did this last week, I forget where I've spoken about things. If you get out of bed in the morning and stub your toe, and you're like, oh, stub my toe, oh man, it's going to be a rubbish day. That's all you're thinking about while you're brushing your teeth, washing your face, and then you might trip over some clothes when you go to get dressed or fall out the shower. And then you go downstairs, you make a cup of coffee. The coffee spills out when you fill it with when you put the hot water in, or you spill the milk all over the floor. Then you jump in your car, off you go to work, and you all the way to work, you think, oh, it's going to be a rubbish day. It's going to be a rubbish day. And guess what? When you get to work, it's a rubbish day because that's all you've been thinking about. Why not? We can't help stubbing our toe in the morning. Why not switch your thinking? Change your thoughts. This is just an analogy. You can use it for anything. So if you jump out of bed in the morning and stub your toe, why not stop and get over the pain first? Stop and be grateful that you've woken up that morning. Be grateful that your toe has made you stop and realize that you have life today. And think about all the good things that's going to happen for the rest of the day. Just try it and let me know if it makes any difference. Well, you see what I'm trying to do. So you stub your toe and you get angry, and it's a snowball effect. Everything goes wrong. If you stub your toe, yes, something's gone wrong. But if you're grateful for stubbing your toe because you've got life today, and then you start thinking about, oh, I get to go downstairs and have my cup of coffee and have a chat with my kids, my partner, my husband, my wife, the dogs, and then I get to go for an amazing walk with the dogs. Then I get to drive my beautiful car to work. And it will be a good day. Can you see the difference? I'm even smiling talking about that. So growth isn't always dramatic. Sometimes it's simply noticing that you can change your thoughts, that your confidence might be just slowly growing, and your energy feels lighter. and no need to shrink yourself to fit in. I talk about that in the Show You Like collaboration chapter. Stepping into yourself isn't becoming someone new. For me, it's finally allowing yourself to be who you are, who you were all along. I always say, Janey's back, but a newer version. So I hope you've made, well, I hope this has made sense to you all today. From me to you, take care, enjoy this, play it back if you need to, and just think about those little tweaks you can make. Remember, if we can be 1% better each day, even if we start now, think how much better we can be by the end of 2026. There's something inside of you that knows no limits. It's time to believe in you. Thank you for joining me on the Journey with Janey podcast. It's always a pleasure to be with you on a Wednesday or whenever you are downloading and listening to the Journey with Janey podcast. All I ask is that you subscribe so you never miss an episode. And also remember, there are ways of contacting me through my website on www.journeywithjaney.com. There's a contact button to book a call, which is a free 15-minute call, and all the details of the ways to work with me are on my website. I'm always available for a chat, a DM, or just a message via LinkedIn or Instagram. We all have the social handles now. Just drop me a message and let's talk. And remember, we don't have to do this alone, which is exactly why I am here to help guide you on this journey. I am the me that I needed 3 years ago, and I hope and feel that I can help you on your journey of moving forward by taking small, simple steps. So from me to you, take care.